Friday.
It's a Friday.
It's
Friday.
a Friday.
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 With non. Oh yeah, you got it right.
Non-wealth.
Non-wealth.
And this is your boy Neo.
And this is Lewu. And today we're talking about starting it from the bottom.
Starting it right from the bottom.
Yeah, and growing it gradually until you get it, man. Until you get it. Please stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below. We really like hearing from you guys.
Today we're starting it from the bottom all the way down.
Oh yeah.
All the way down.
Oh yeah.
Today we're starting with the law of laws.
The law of laws, the law that governs the world, right? So now how does a tree first start? Do you plant the seed and tomorrow you have a tree?
Nope.
Absolutely not, right? You first start the seed. You
Yeah.
first start with the seed,
Yeah.
planting the seed,
Yeah.
then it bursts out, right? And then it becomes to start growing gradually,
Yeah.
right? Until it's a full blown trees, right? You might say, ugh, that's with the plant system, right? Even with babies, right? The baby doesn't grow up with a beard. It would be weird to have a beard growing
Baby.
right? The baby starts off by being a baby, right?
Yeah.
Then they actually sit down. After sit down, they start crawling, and then they walk, and then they be able to talk.
Processes,
right?
man. Processes.
Imagine if your child came out and say, "Hey, Dad, what up? What up?" Right? It's a process.
Yeah.
Even with being an entrepreneur or working, right?
In the workforce.
You actually have to start by working from the ground up, right? A lot of people don't actually want to start from the ground, right?
Of course.
They want to be actually, when they start, after a month, they want to be a manager. After a month, I want to be the CEO. I want to be the boss.
Until you get to the practicalities of life. I mean, with me, it started off as an intern. If I should share my story with you guys, before I went into interning, right after school, I was like, wow, I'm going to make it, man. I'm going to be making so much money that I'll be making a lot of money. Only to find out that the stipend that we were earning was 5,000 a month. Sure. That's when life actually hit me that, you know what, sometimes, because I remember we were even asked how much we're worth. This question, everybody would like to believe that I'm worth
$1 million.
more than 1 million, billion. There's no amount to actually put my worth.
I don't have a price tag.
But now how the economy actually checks your worth, your net worth, is we look at the assets that you have, we minus all the liabilities, and then that's actually how much you are worth.
You can actually try it by yourself.
Economical. I'd like to emphasize on the economical scale.
You can actually try it by yourself. What is your net worth, right? Just check that how many assets do you have? How much cash flow do you have every month? That could be also your job. You can also include your salary in it.
Yeah.
And then you can just check how much are you worth.
Now, on the second point that we'd actually like to talk about...
that you should not work for money, right? What do you understand by the term not working for money? I mean, some people might find it absurd. What? I'll wake up every morning for free? Man, that can't happen, man.
I mean, this one is a very sensitive topic. It's very sensitive. I think for us, we haven't worked there. We actually volunteered in a particular organization for about 7 years. And only to find out that not working for money, we focused our energy on learning. And that's when we actually learn so much more, because you find out in an environment like that, everybody will be complaining about not earning money. And then if your energies are focused on the bigger goal, which is, you know what, this is the experience that I'm going to take. I mean, I can do whatever, I can try out new things, I can learn so much, and it's not my company, so anything goes. But now with that, when you have that particular mindset that, okay, I'm giving this a go and I want to learn as much, I want to grab everything, that's when you learn more. Because I don't think there's actually a value tag to education and actually practical learning.
I mean, sometimes you might go to the workspace and you find out that you're getting known for the hard work that you're actually putting in, right? People would actually want to actually pay you for the hard work that you're actually putting in. Unlike just sitting at home and saying, man, I have a lot of skills, man. Nobody's going to be able to afford me. If you're sitting at home, man, who will know about you, man? Who will know about you?
Nobody
But
will.
now if you go out to the workplace and actually work for free, volunteer, right? you're actually getting exposure to actually people. When customers see you, they actually like you. They start liking you if you're actually putting in the work, right? They don't just like you because you're working for free. They like you for the work that you put in. I mean, even the manager would actually be impressed that this person actually works more than the people that are actually getting paid.
True,
So
true,
now
true.
working for free or volunteering rather actually motivates you because now you're starting to learn how to actually talk to people within the marketplace.
True, true, true. And the biggest skill that we learned through volunteering was management. Once you learn how to manage an organization, it won't be a problem when you start your organization because you've acquired all these skills gradually. So throughout the 7 years we've been acquiring skills. And then once it got to us starting our own organizations, things actually became easier because we knew, okay, if we're in such a situation, we'd actually react this way. If we're in such a situation, we'd do this, we'd do that, and we wouldn't do this. So throughout the years, we were actually practicing, and now it is time for implementing on our own.
Because now one of the skills that I learned while actually volunteering, right, is to actually have a little bit of confidence in myself, right? So now you know that, okay, people that know me from way back, it's that I'm a shy person, right? But now I was able to actually stand in front of a lot of people and actually deliver content to them, right? Teach them on a particular subject in which I was very confident in it, right? Hence, I'm able to come to your screens today and tell you about the content that I have, right? Because now it's all about improving people, even if you're doing it for free, as long as that one person actually gets that message and actually improves. I mean, it's the theory of compound, right? To compound. We like to talk about compound interest, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
actually compound when you actually helping one person, right? Because now once you help that one person, they're able to help other people, right? So now your helping them becomes compounded, right? So now you help one person, that person helps two other people. Those other two people help two other people. So now you have four people. So now when you check in the long run, how many people have you actually helped? It's actually a lot by
And if,
actually
if we want to
impacting
calculate,
them.
if we want to calculate the ROI on that, it's infinite.
It's infinite,
It's
right?
infinite.
It's infinite because it just keeps on compounding. It just
Compounding,
keeps on
compounding.
compounding. So now, still keeping on that, starting from the bottom, the next topic that we wanted, not topic rather, the subtopic that we wanted to talk about is the willing to learn and improve, right? Because now there's a lot of people that when you tell them that, no man, just try doing it this way. It's like, no man, I know it. I've tried it. I'm the best at this. I'm not going to actually learn from you, right? So now you should be willing to learn from other people who have been in the industry.
Willing to learn and improve. When I hear that, one thing comes to mind. We're living in an environment that is characterized by constant change. So if you're not willing to change, you're not willing to learn and improve, how will you benefit from this environment that is constantly changing? How will you take advantage? How will you gain competitive advantage in this environment that's constantly changing? And here we're not only speaking about entrepreneurs, we're also speaking about employees in the workspace. Everybody's hearing this term of 4IR, the fourth industrial revolution. How are you equipping yourself so that 10 years from now you are relevant?
I mean, let's take, for example, 10 years back, right?
Yeah.
Before we had these ATMs, right? People who did not want to learn what's going on in the banking industry actually were at a back foot, right? Because now they got rid of them by the ATMs, right? So now, if you're actually willing to learn the technologies that are actually being set in place, the likelihood of you losing your job wouldn't have been that much, right? Unlike someone who says that, nope, I'm not going to learn anything new. Nope, I'm not going to use any new machinery. I'm going to stick to my old machinery, right? They get replaced throughout time, right? Because now what we want is that we want something that is more faster, something that is more efficient, and something that I can get hold of 24/7. Because now going back to the idea of the ATM, right? You can go at 12 o'clock at night when everybody's sleeping,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
And actually get the
yeah,
money from there,
yeah.
right? You can actually go there and deposit money, right?
You don't have to wait for that
Unlike in the
particular person to give you that service while they're sleeping that, okay, I need to go tomorrow to the bank. You can go now.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. That's what we're talking about, being willing to learn and improving your skills every day, right? Then the next thing that we actually like to talk about is that you should actually produce your optimum. You should be producing at your optimum levels, right? This is actually to keep everyone happy and actually have that competitive advantage within the market space.
As the thing about producing optimum results, a lot of people shoot themselves in the foot by thinking that they're robbing their managers in the workspace, or as an entrepreneur thinking that no man, you know what, I'm lazy, I'm rather taking a shortcut. But the thing is, it becomes a habit. I mean, if you used to good results, or excellent results, if I must say, and then you won't settle for less.
Yeah.
That will be that habit that you continuously doing. So now, if you're telling yourself that okay, my boss is not giving me so much, and you know what, I'm so pissed in this work environment. I think the best thing you can do is either talk to your boss, yeah, change things, or actually leave. Because what's gonna happen is that you'll be used to underperforming. You'll be used to not achieving goals. It will be in your system. So now we need to be very careful of that we don't fall in that trap that we give moderate results or we actually cheat the system, because at the end of the day you're cheating yourself.
Because now remember, once you start getting used to operating at your average um, performance, right? This also takes place. It actually, remember, we as people are habitual people, right? Meaning that we like habit. Habit does not only focus on your workplace, right? So now you start producing at a average level, right, in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
workplace, and then that moves on to your relationships. You start giving people your average energy, right?
True, true,
From your
true.
relationships, it also focuses on your bank accounts. You start having average amounts going into your bank accounts. So now that's why you always have to keep on your highest perform.
Hence we used optimum outcomes, the best, only the best.
Okay. So now there's a question. There's this thing that goes around, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That your network is equals to your net worth. What does that mean? Could you please first start by explaining what your network is and then explain what net worth is?
Network. Network is the people that we surround ourselves with, and then your net worth, we can say the value. How much are you worth? Linking these two with our topic in hand, starting from the bottom, it's very important that our viewers know that your network is equal to your net worth.
Yeah.
Because if I'll be surrounding myself with people who are in a particular industry and I want to tap into that industry, whether it can be through entrepreneurship or through workspace, it will actually grant me a better chance of me penetrating that market. I mean, let me give you an example. We know these people that this person is always working, leaves this job, they get the next, they leave this job, they get the next. And when you see that this person always has surrounded themselves with those strategic people, it became easier for them to maneuver around that particular environment. Even with entrepreneurship, you find these people that are willing to ask for opportunities. They're always willing to ask for opportunity. They're always going to seminars. And when they are at the seminars, they network like nobody's business. It's because they understand the true value of your net worth being equivalent to your network.
I think this is one of the problems that we also have with people, right? The only person that can help you, or the only thing that can help you, is another person, right? If you always saying that, no, I don't want to ask someone, I don't want to bother them, right? You do not know if you're bothering them, right? So now let's say, for instance, I want to get a job, right? So now me wanting to get a job, I know that I'm very good in negotiating, right? So now what happens is that I don't want to talk to someone to give me a job of negotiating, not knowing that that person is actually looking for someone who actually negotiates, right? So now what happens is that you actually, at the later stage, they're actually telling you that, man, I was looking for someone who was a good negotiator and I got someone. I've been looking for them for the past 6 months. And you were there, right? You didn't want to bother them.
You downplayed yourself because of pride.
You didn't want to bother them because of pride, or maybe because you do not want to bother them, right? But make sure that you're always going to ask questions to other people. Market yourself, put yourself out there.
I mean, you have nothing to lose by asking. If the person does say no, it's not like it will make you any less of the individual that you were before. But now, if the person does actually agree, you can actually gain. There's a lot to gain. And we're not saying that everybody that you're approaching will actually help you, but we're just saying that you shouldn't be shy to actually reach out there and ask for help when you do need help.
Yeah. So now remember, starting at the bottom is not a problem.
It's not a problem. And remember that us as human beings, we are habitual beings. So it's important that you practice positive habits.
Not working for money is really not a problem.
Remember, your network is your net worth.
Oh yeah. This was Non-Wealth with Neo and Lebu.
Please do like,
Share,
share, and subscribe.
comment below.
Starting from the bottom ain't a problem.
It's not a problem. Non-Wealth.
Signing out.